Next question is from Tema, T-E-M-A. Oh, this is a long one, so everybody kind of relax a little bit and listen to the whole
Got
question.
my thinking cap on.
Okay, yeah, you do. It's kind of cute, too.
Yeah, thanks.
For those of you on YouTube watching. Our bankruptcy was discharged in January 2010. Make a note. We had 4 homes at the time. Since then, 2 have been foreclosed and resold. 1 we are still living in and is current in the we are current in the mortgage, and 1 that is still not foreclosed upon, but we stopped making payments back in 2009. Here comes the question.
All right.
Do we have to wait for the foreclosure on the property that we stopped paying on in 2009 in order to buy again?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Elisa with that quick
Long
answer.
question, short answer.
Well,
That's a big bungling of
there's a
lessons
short
right there.
yeah there's a short answer, but there's
answer.
more to there's more to the question, because this is really common. It is that a lot of and we see this a lot when folks file for bankruptcy and they include the mortgages, or they include the mortgages in the bankruptcy. Many times there's an assumption there that the mortgages are paid off and they're not responsible for them anymore. Mm-hmm. So they abandon the properties. They just simply stop making payments. And then 2 or 3 years down the road, like we said, 12 months later, your credit score's back up to 700. You've got 20% down. I'm ready to buy again. But the problem is the banks aren't taking those properties back. The reality is bankruptcy only protects you against a deficiency judgment in case you ever default. You still own the home. You still are responsible for the mortgage. You're just not accountable. So there's a big difference. You're responsible. You're just not accountable. So the banks can't come after you and sue you because you stop making payments. You're protected against that, but you are still the owner of the home. You still are responsible for the mortgage. And that's
a big misconception.
It's a big misconception, and I kind of get it.
Hooray for the mailbag.
Well, I kind of get it because back in the day, a bankruptcy attorney would say, "Oh, you can't afford the home. You're bankrupt. Fine, just stop making payments, make arrangements, go whatever." Bank comes 45 days later, foreclosure happens, everybody recovers, everybody's happy. But because of this, the dilemma or the housing market we're in now, it's taken the bank. The longest I've seen is 4 years.
I'm going to say it's a couple years.
Yeah, but I think I want to say that the national average is still over 600 days for the banks to take the property back.
Right. The key here is when you're purchasing a home, there are 2 parts. You have the financial obligation, that's part 1, and part 2 is the title ownership. Okay, right. Those are completely 2 separate things. So you got to make sure both of those are being handled when you're waiting for that clock to start ticking again to when you could buy again. So until
Frank wants to say something.
I was going to say, I think it comes back to what you said earlier, either deed in lieu or short sale. Mm-hmm. You're cutting down the process. Mm-hmm. You're speeding up your life, basically. Right. You're getting back, on track. Because I mentioned again earlier, I just approached a property, and the guy admitted to me he hadn't made a mortgage payment in 3 years, and it's only after 3 years that I'm finally at his door.
Right.
So they're taking that long.
That's a great visual. Hi, I'm Frank. I'm Big Bang Frank, and I'm here to take your house.
No.
And as far as
I bring a lollipop.
As far as the home that she's living in now that was included in the bankruptcy that they're making the payments on, it almost sounds like she wants to buy another home. Well, she still owns this home, and so now she's going to have to qualify. She can't buy another owner-occupied primary residence. Right, and there's going to be challenges with qualifying because she still owns the home that she lives in. So
maybe she didn't include. You can exclude from your bankruptcy, right? Certain things, including that.
Yeah, that's called a reaffirmation. That's probably an entirely different segment.
We could do a whole segment just on BKs alone, because depending on what type of BK will depend on how long you have to wait. I mean,
Burger King? Hey, they're giving away onion rings tomorrow. Free onion rings.
I know.
Today and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow?
Yeah.
Burger King, everybody.